I'm in Castlebar in County Mayo, and I'm here to meet one of the nominees in the Garda National Youth Awards. Now, these awards recognise young people from all across the country who have made their communities better places to live in. Today, I'm going to meet Sara McFadden. She's 18 and she was born with albinism, which means her sight is diminished. But that hasn't stopped her achieving in many different activities at the highest possible level. I just hope I can keep up with her.
Left here, 150 up, 3 left, and 2 left in over crest.
Sara, tell me all about this car here. It has a name.
So this is Nicole. This is Dad's had her since 2009 now, so she's definitely part of the family. She's a sister that I don't row with. Mum and Dad have been involved in motorsport for over 20 years, so I always kind of grew up wanting to be like them and wanting to be a rally driver. But when I was 12, I found out I'd never be allowed to get a driver's licence. My eyesight wouldn't develop enough, and I suppose it was a big blow.
Can you explain to people how devastating that was?
Yeah, it was definitely devastating. I suppose it's a good word to describe it, because you always grow up wanting to follow in your parents' footsteps, and then you kind of find out that you can't. But it didn't take me too long to realise that it might mean that I can't be a navigator. Right entry chicane, 4 bales, and remember the gravel on that.
Talk me through how you actually managed to navigate a car.
So basically, I've been visually impaired since birth, so my other senses are a lot more, a lot better, I suppose you could say. So I do a lot through feel. You always have to be 2 or 3 corners ahead all the time. So if you feel a left, you know if you've had your left, and you can feel it through your bum, I suppose you could say. You can feel it through the seat.
Away from the track, Sara lives at home with Mum and Dad, Sandra and Keith, and younger sister Vanessa, where Sandra reflects on Sara's unexpected arrival.
I was told at 16 I couldn't have a family, so it was a huge surprise when I had a honeymoon baby. Keith was in with me in the delivery room, and within, I'd say, 5 seconds, Keith clicked that Sara had albinism. So Keith said it to the doctors and nurses that were there, and there was a little bit of pandemonium. Keith's first cousin, Kelly, has albinism also and nystagmus. So I knew that Kelly was doing great. It just laid the path out for us that we knew Sara was going to do great as well.
She won Great Britain's first gold medal in the Paralympics
So this is your cousin?
Yeah, the Winter Paralympics.
Okay, so it's in the genes, as they say.
And we're all a bit mad.
Not content with being Ireland's first visually impaired rally driver, Sara also excels on the camogie pitch.
In 5th or 6th class I started playing camogie, and I just loved it so much I gave up everything else and I went full whack at camogie, and then I made the Mayo squad when I was in 2nd year. So
You say that very lightly. You made the Mayo squad in 2nd year.
yeah.
What was that like for you, Sandra?
I may or may not have cried.
She didn't believe me.
To be out and playing competitively a sport without help, without any adjustments made, her whole team just accepted her from immediately, actually. There was never an issue with them, ever. So it was a huge, huge moment in this house, I have to say.
Every day you go out, someone has something to say, like you walk up the street and someone will point at you or stare at you or that kind of thing, but they always raise me to kind of just rub off them kind of things, that it never had to faze me, so it never really bothered me that much. Last year someone thought it'd be really funny to call me Casper, and then we adopted, I suppose you could say we adopted him as a bit of a team mascot, so he's all over our rally cars and our everything now, so you just kind of...
So turning a negative into a positive.
Yeah.
Sara continues to inspire by giving talks and spreading her message of hope and inclusion throughout her community. Can you tell me what you've observed about Sara's influence on pupils of all ages in the school?
I have observed young young students in particular, the junior students watching her, and I suppose they're learning certain skills from her. You know, they're learning, you know, perseverance. They're learning, I must be strong, I must be courageous. You know, she comes across as being a very calm young lady, but trust me, beneath that calm exterior is a lady with such resilience and such perseverance.
If my story can help even one person, it's such a plus for me, because I always had someone in my cousin Kelly to look up to, and I think everyone should have someone that they can look up to. And I suppose these nominations are fantastic because I'm able to get my name and my story out there, and it can help more people.
And Sara, you're now giving talks to young people. What's your message? What do you say to them?
I have a bit of a quote, and it's that the only thing worse than being blind is having no vision. I suppose it's just telling people, whether they have a disability or not, they can go out and they can do what they love. And I suppose I'm just blessed that I'm able to help other people by me doing what I love.